Hi, my name is Samantha Wallner, and I'm here today to talk to you all about running. So first and foremost, I want to get a show of hands for those of you who remember the mile run in high school. Okay, so that's most of you. I too remember the mile run, and for me it was the most dreadful experience. And it was dreadful because I struggled with asthma and I was a little overweight in high school, so I had a very difficult time completing the mile run. When all my friends were completing it in 8 minutes, I was at the back of the line struggling to complete it in 12. But at 20 years old, I decided that I was going to give running a fair shot, and I was going to work super hard to be able to run. And so that's what I did. Running has completely changed my life, and I'm so happy that I gave it a shot. And so today I'm going to talk about how it's changed my life and how it could change yours too. So why run? First and foremost, running allows you to look and feel great about yourself. You can get rid of those love handles, get rid of that little pooch in the front, and you just look and feel great. Your confidence gets boosted. Second of all, running allows you to really clear your mind. So these days, we're so inundated with so much information all the time. Your brain gets cluttered and confused. Running, you leave everything behind. You leave your cell phone behind, you leave your laptop behind. You get out there and you're able to relax your mind. You increase the oxygen flow throughout your body, and it really clears out the fog in your mind because there's more oxygen going to your brain. So then when you come back into, real life, into reality, and you're going through your day-to-day tasks, you're going to be a lot more productive, and you're going to be able to go through your day a lot more relaxed and happier. Third reason is that it eliminates disease. So I'm going to talk about a little personal story. Like I said earlier, I struggled with asthma for my whole entire life. And running has really enabled me to get through my asthma. I used to go to a pulmonologist. I was taking Singulair. I was taking steroid inhalers, and I was taking my inhaler 2 to 3 times a day. When I would go out with my friends, I would, have an asthma attack, and then in turn, I would get a panic attack, or, I would suffer from anxiety because I was always so nervous that when I went out with my friends, I would have an asthma attack, and so my quality of life was really not so great. I wasn't able to enjoy my time with my friends. But running has enabled me to overcome my asthma completely. And now today I don't battle with asthma at all anymore. When I go out with my friends, I actually can really enjoy myself. And so I'm just so excited and so thankful for running because it's really completely changed my life in that way. So the fourth reason why you should run is because you can actually extend your life. So Stanford University did a very interesting study where they took runners and non-runners, and they tested disability and the risk of death in both of those groups. And what they found is after 20 years, 66% of the non-runners were alive versus 85% of the runners. The reason for that is because when you run, you actually increase your bone density, which reduces inflammation. So it prevents diseases like heart attack or stroke and other heart disease. And it also improves memory, thinking, and your ability to learn. So running really helps you not only improve the quality of your life, but extend your life, which is, to me, that's super important. The last reason why you should run is because of personal accomplishment. So whether you're running 1 mile or 5 miles, you're doing something for yourself. And that is the greatest feeling when you're able to push yourself to your limit and you're able to complete something that you have set a goal for yourself and you're able to complete it successfully. And so personal accomplishment is a huge reason why you should run. So running essentials. So first and foremost, footwear is the most important thing when it comes to running. So I actually run in Brooks sneakers, and I run in Brooks sneakers because they're a little wider and my foot's really wide, so it's more comfortable for me. Also, there's a ton of cushioning inside, and I pronate, which means that your foot actually tilts inside when you're running, so it it holds my foot in place really nicely. But what I would recommend is for you to go to a local running store and get fitted for a shoe. Bring an old shoe that you wear, whether it's a sneaker or just any type of a shoe. They can actually see how your foot fits in that shoe, and then they can fit you properly for the right pair of running shoes. So that is my suggestion to you. Dry fit clothing. So I have a ton of dry fit clothing. I'm a huge proponent of dry fit clothing because it's wicking. So what that means is that it actually will take the sweat away from your body and keep you dry during your run. So when you're running really long distances and you're sweating a lot, I know it sounds kind of gross, but when you're sweating a lot and you're running long distances, it really keeps the sweat off your body. So this is just one example of a dry fit shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts, my new and favorite shirt, and I wear it a lot. The second shirt that I wear pretty often is an Under Armour Cold Gear shirt. So you've probably heard of these if you're a skier or someone who does some sports outside in the wintertime. This keeps you really warm in the winter. So if you're starting to run in the wintertime and you don't belong to a gym but you want to run outside, this is a great thing to pick up at the store. The other thing that I recommend is a dry fit jacket. So I have this Nike jacket here. I absolutely love this jacket. I wear it to and from the gym. I wear it in the winter. I can wear it outside over, one of these dry fit shirts, over a Cold Gear shirt, and it really keeps me warm. And there's a ton of different pockets in it, so it's really practical. And so I would definitely recommend getting a little running jacket. The third thing that you need to run, or at least I need to run, is music. Music to me is super important. It really motivates me. It keeps me on pace. It keeps me going. Right now I'm really into country music when I'm running, but I sometimes also listen to rap because it just keeps me pumped up. Some people prefer not to listen to music, but I absolutely love it. And so I'm sure most of you already have these. These are the Beats by Dr. Dre. This is the some of the newest technology that Monster has come out with, and these are little earbuds that go in your ear. You can connect it to your iPod if you have a new iPod or iPod Nano or something like that. It really makes the music sound great, and so I would recommend that you pick up a pair of these to go running with as well. And lastly, you need to have patience. Patience is extremely important. You can't just run a mile, run 2 miles, 3 miles overnight. It takes a lot for you to get used to running because it's a huge impact on your body. And so just stay patient, stay focused, and take a deep breath and just go out and enjoy yourself, really. So by now I hope that some of you want to get out there and start running. So I've put together this little guide to get you started. So first and foremost, make sure you get out there and go purchase some of the apparel that I spoke about earlier. Second of all, find a local running club or find a friend that wants to run with you because it's always more fun to run with friends and especially to get you started. And third of all, pick a scenic route and get out there and go enjoy your run. So I wanted to share this slide with you all today, a little before and after shot of myself. So before, like I discussed before, I had asthma and I was a little overweight. But now when you see the picture of me here, you can see I'm, glowing, and I'm so excited because I really overcame my battle with asthma and my battle with being overweight. So, it took me a long time to get to the place that I am today, but now I'm able to run 7 miles without even getting out of breath, and I'm on my way to running my first half marathon at the end of March, which I'm really excited about. Before, I struggled running 1 mile. I've always been really self-motivated. I've been dedicated. I've had a ton of resilience, and I'm very determined. And when I have a goal in mind, I go for it. But running really has given me even more confidence that I really can do anything that I set my mind to, because it just wasn't that easy for me in the beginning. So this is me running right before the Cow Harbor 10K, which is 6.2 miles, and this was back in September. It was a huge accomplishment for me, and I still am so proud of myself for being able to complete that because, a few months before I was only able to run about 3 miles, and I pushed myself even harder and harder to run 6 miles. So I hope that I've inspired some of you to get out there and run, but if I haven't inspired you to run today, I hope that I've at least inspired you to invest in yourself some way or another, because you're really all you got. I want to thank you for having me here today, and if you have any questions or comments, I'm here to take them now. Thanks.